Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the Psychic Astrologer. My website is readingsbyleonardtmunson.net. The weekly overview, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, from November the 2nd to the 9th, 2023. This is a collective reading, so take what you need and leave the rest. We're going to talk about career and employment. Taurus, your solar sun is in the 7th house. The 7th house is Libra, whose ruling planet is Venus. So that's the same ruling planet that you have, Taurus. The 7th house deals with balancing all partnerships and relationships, creativity, divine direction, hidden enemies, spiritual blessing, diplomacy, diplomat, decisions, indecision, the house of others, and legal situation. Taurus, the sun is in Scorpio, your opposition. Scorpio ruling planets Mars and Pluto. It's the house of intimacy, shared resources, death and resurrection, rising from the ashes, transformation and secret. So this is the time for you to sit back and do any research or any investigation about your career and how you want to expand it. We have the moon in Cancer. The moon represents your emotional groundedness and also represents your psychic ability. With the sun in Scorpio, the moon in Cancer, your psychic ability and intuitiveness is at its peak. Okay? So don't let your emotions control you when you're doing your research and your investigation about moving into another career sector or getting another promotion or a job, and keep your mouth shut. We have Mercury in Scorpio. Again, Mercury is the planet of communication. So I feel that some of you are in the communication field, directly or indirectly, Taurus, and you'll be going into that more further. Okay, we have Venus in Virgo, and Venus deals with work, and some of you might be in the health industry, will be expanding on that, or going in the health industry directly or indirectly, something to do with figures, something to do with doing things in detail, and that could be the health industry too, and moving forward. I also see some of you going back to school. We have Mars in Scorpio, it's home base, but you're going to have the vigor, the force, the drive, and passion, the energy to put into what you don't want in your career and employment, okay? And then we have these planets retrograding, Jupiter in Taurus, and things are in whole. So when a planet's retrograding, it's moving backwards, you're reviewing what you miss and what you need to apply when it goes direct. So there were some opportunities you missed in your career, but it's going to come back in the new way. Saturn in Pisces is direct now. So you're thinking out of the box. You're on a new foundation about your career and employment, and you don't have that illusion, and you have healed any rejection in the field that you wanted to go in. All right, Uranus and Taurus going up and down, back and forth on a seesaw. So some of you are coming out of that, and somebody's going to be in a financial job or industry, and so it's going to bring you freedom, independent. Okay, we have Neptune in Pisces. A lot of that fear is going away. Head off the clouds, rose-colored glasses off, illusion, and brain fog, okay? So some of you might be doing something to do with the healing aspect of the healing in the field. Pluto in Capricorn, something that has to do with your childhood, to do with your father figure, or your father that forced you to do a career or go to school for something you didn't want to go to. North Node and Aries, these are actions you need to do at this lifetime about career and employment. And you need to take action. Share out in Aries, retrograding. As a wounded warrior, you're healing yourself. Okay? Taurus, the next sign is Virgo. Virgo, your solar sun is in the 3rd house, which is your fellow sign Gemini. You both move through the same thing. So Gemini, communication, transportation, investigation of all forms, public speaking, writing, etc., teaching. Okay? All right. The sun is in Scorpio. Scorpio, ruling planet is Mars and Pluto, Virgo. So intimacy, share resources, death and resurrection, rising from the action, and transformation. So there's a big transformation going in your career. Some of you going back to school. Some of you going to get a better job, but you need a new certification. We have the moon in Cancer. The moon represents your emotional groundedness, and it represents your psychic ability with the sun and the moon in a water sign. Trust your intuition, okay? Mercury in Scorpio. Again, we have the sun in Scorpio, the moon in Cancer, and Mercury in Scorpio. So these are, trust your intuition. Some of you might be in the communication field, or you're going directly into that or indirectly to expand that, okay, by going back to school. Then we have Venus in Virgo, work here. Virgo deals with, okay, health, work and service. So if you're in the service industry, you're going to expand yourself by getting another position and going back to school with certification, something to do with figures, doing things in a methodical way, something to do with service to other people. And then we have Mars and Scorpio, the home base. So you're going to take the vigor, the force, the passion, the energy, and go through this transformation that's going to make you better in your career. So some of you might be moving from another part of the country for your job. It's going to be more money, more benefit, etc. Then we have Jupiter in Taurus retrograde. When planets retrograde, you're moving backward, checking what was going on when it was going retrograde. What did you miss? So opportunities that you did miss, but don't worry about it. New opportunity in career coming back. Saturn in Pisces, with its direct, you're thinking out of the box, you're putting yourself on a firmer foundation, you're setting boundaries, and you're healing. So some of you might be going into some kind of healing industry to deal with emotional counseling, therapists, and things like that. And then we have Uranus and Taurus, getting off that seesaw, going up and down and back and forth in your career. So some of you might be dealing with something to do with possessions, building, industry in that sense, and bringing you freedom and independence. That was retrograding. Neptune in Pisces retrograding. You're getting out of your head out of the clouds. Rose-colored glasses off. You're getting out of that brain fog and these illusions and getting what you want in a career and employment. And Pluto in Capricorn, something that has to do with your father image, someone that kind of pressure you to live their career through you. And we have North Node in Aries. These are things you need to learn in this lifetime. It's time for action. Chiron in Aries, retrograde, the wound of war. You're healing yourself. Okay, the next sign is Capricorn. Capricorn, your solar sun is in the 11th house. The 11th house, its ruling planet is Uranus, which is in Taurus, retrograding. Okay, so you're getting your career together. You're tired of doing what you're doing. You want to do something better, and so you're coming off that seesaw that's going to bring you freedom and independence. And then we have the sun in Scorpio, which deals, its ruling planet is Mars and Pluto. It deals with intimacy, sharing, so death and resurrection, rising from the ashes and transformation. So you're rising from the ashes and joining the new aspect of your career, Capricorn. So there's going to be some changes in your career that's going to be positive. The moon in Cancer, the moon represents your emotional groundedness, and it also deals with hidden things and releasing things. And so trust your intuition with the sun in Scorpio and the moon in Cancer and Mercury in Scorpio. So it's a lot of intuition and psychic ability that you need to take care of. Now, some of you might be in the industry of communication. You're going to expand on that, and some of you are going to get a promotion on that. Then we have Venus in Virgo. So some of you might be in the industry of service, doing a service industry, or something to do with health. So that is going to expand, or you're going to change in that area. And then we have Mars in Scorpio, Capricorn. The bigger the force, the drive, the energy, you're going to put that in there. Some of you are going to change the career completely. You're tired of doing what you want to do and leaving that company that you're in. Then we have Jupiter retrograding in Taurus. Opportunities that have been missed will come back. Retrograding, and you're moving backwards. You're reviewing things in a different light. And seeing things what needs to be done. And then we have Saturn in Pisces direct. You're thinking outside the box. Okay, but that's intuition that's coming into view. And so you might be going into a healing industry, dealing with psychiatrists, therapists, counselor, something of that, etc. Uranus and Taurus, things to do with coming out of that too, and getting off that seesaw is going to bring you freedom, independence. Neptune and Pisces, head out the cloud. Pluto and Capricorn, not thinking what your father figure wanted you to do in your career. North Node and Aries, these are lessons you need to learn in this lifetime about your career. So take action. Share out in Aries, the retrograde and healer warrior. You're healing yourself of disappointment in your